Well, hello, my lovelies. Hi, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Daily Vibration. Today is Sunday, January 26, 2020, and we're vibrating on the number 4 today. So, we're day 3 into the fast. No caffeine now. And for uh 3 days, right? So how am I handling no caffeine for 3 days? So I don't think I'm cranky yet. I don't think I am feeling any out of sorts yet. So I have been drinking tea in place of coffee. So interesting tasks. Yesterday I made some seafood soup, right? Which is delicious. It had shrimps, it had lobster, it had scallops, with 15 beans mix that I did. So we are coming along slowly. I haven't figured out my snack situation yet, so I have not been snacking, right? So, welcome for those of you that are on the detox with us. This is all about mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional well being as we're going through this detox for the next 28 days. We will be finished on January 20th, 2020, which is a powerful day energetically, okay? If you're tuning in via YouTube, you guys can check out the description box below for the monthly specials as well as for the class information. Not to mention, you can find the information for the next full moon there. So we'll be doing the next full moon meditation on January 9th, okay, which is a Sunday, I believe. Um, and you guys can join us. We do Reiki energy healing in these meditations, and you can join us. It's going to be via a $20 donation. So you can find that information in the description box below via YouTube. If you're tuning in via the podcast, I will repeat that information at the end of the segment, y'all. Okay, so today we're vibrating on the number 4. You know how I talk about intuition is always available to you, right? Every day, all day, it is your choice whether or not you want to interact with that intuition. So today is no different than any other day, okay? Intuition is in the atmosphere and available for you to use your intuition at any time, okay? So whether or not you will go to utilize this energy is really your choice, okay? So just be mindful of that. That opportunities are always available based on if you were tapping into your intuition or not, okay? So just remember that, all right? Today's also going to be about building solid foundation that is in the atmosphere. Self-control is in the atmosphere. Inner standing or inner wisdom is on it's going to be key today, but it's also in the atmosphere. So knowing yourself, understanding yourself is going to be key today, okay? And we're going to be going through a lot of that within the next 20, what are we, day 3 now? So within the next 25 days, we'll be going through a lot of that information. Application is going to be key today. Operating with patience is going to be key today. Mastering oneself is also going to be key today, as well as discipline, okay? On the lower vibrational end of things, you do have unable to adapt to changes that's going on today. Laziness could be in the air, lack of conviction, and lack of control today, okay? So just be mindful of who you're interacting with this Sunday. Some people may not have to work. Some people may, so you just want to be mindful of the energy that you are interacting with, because you can't be happy and sad at the same time. You need to be able to change states or choose which states you're going to live in, okay? And you could be interacting with someone else that's on the lower vibrational end of the energy spectrum today, and you will have to use that inner wisdom and that discipline that's needed to get yourself out of those situations. And sometimes it's just simply not arguing with people over their own insecurities or their own perception of a thing. So today I would say try not to argue with others. Use your discipline today, okay? Yeah, there's going to be people that's going to be unavailable to adapt to a lot of the changes that's going on today. So please use your patience and your discipline. It's going to be key today, okay? Patience and discipline, I kind of feel is a code word. Discipline may be self-discipline that's needed in your reaction to a certain situation or in your response to a particular situation today, okay? So, yeah, discipline as well as patience is going to needed today. Discipline, patience, and self-control, okay? Now, as we are jumping into the energy vibration of today, we are going to start off with my wonderful Aquarius, because it is Aquarius season, okay? Now, before we do that, let's just talk about the question for today, because today's day 3. 3 resonates with manifestation, right, on this purge. So today's day 3, and the question is going to be simple today, right? Um, For the past 2 days, you've been asking yourself, like, what do you want, right? What do you want? And followed by, are you open to receive it, right? Now, why, if you're open to receive, right, you can get an overflow of things coming your way, and it kind of feels like Christmas in January or Christmas in July, or however they say that. You can see so much beautiful manifestations coming your way when you're open to things. Okay, so let's say, for example, that you've been holding on to something that you desire to experience, you desire to have, you desire to interact with for a really, really long time, and you talk about this thing all the time, and you've been believing this thing for a really long time. At least outwardly, you've been speaking that you believe this thing is going to happen. You believe this thing is going to unfold, but it never does, right? I want you to really check the question that I'm going to ask you right now. Do you believe you're really worth that thing? Because if you keep telling yourself that you desire to have something, but it's not being attracted to you, you have to really check to see if you believe you're worthy. If you don't feel like you're worthy of a thing, simple things, right? Like we're talking about a healthy relationship. We're talking about somebody being kind to you. We're talking about just your self-worth in general, right? If you don't feel like you're worthy of having, receiving, or maybe even giving a thing, that can definitely affect the way that energy moves in your life. That can affect the way that you attract things to you. That can affect the way that you are able to utilize the energy in your atmosphere to create the things that you need. That can really keep you stuck in a pessimistic avenue of how you're able to manifest. Okay, so I want you to really take a look and see, are you open to receive all of the goodness that is coming to you? Okay, what are your blockers? What do you feel that is stopping you from gaining the momentum, or from gaining the thing in which you desire to experience, right? What do you think is stopping you from accomplishing that goal, right, that you've been setting out to do for years now, or for months now, or for weeks now, or for days now? Like, what is it do you feel that's stopping you? I'm not asking you to make a change with that, with whatever the blockage is. I'm just simply asking you, do you know what stops you from accomplishing and receiving the things that you desire to experience? What's stopping you? Now, this is where you really become honest with yourself, right? This is really where you get honest with yourself. This is not about judgment. This is not about you changing immediately. This is about you getting to know what's going on internally. So ask yourself this question today, right? Now that you know what you want, because we've asked that question for 2 days now, the question is, what is stopping you from experiencing that thing or those things? That's your question today. Just ponder that question today. What is stopping you from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, or from experiencing the things that you want to experience? Okay, that's the thought-provoking question that we're gonna come up with today. The past 2 days, we've really been thinking about what you want. Okay, now, so today, as you are driving, today as you were spending quiet time within yourself, today as you were having the thoughts to ponder back and forth in your mind, as you go into meditation today, I would love for you to ask yourself that question. What is stopping me from accomplishing and from receiving the things that I deeply and truly desire to accomplish and receive? Okay, and then we'll pick up from there tomorrow. Simple question. You're not to change anything. You're not to judge yourself. You're just simply to ask, what is stopping you? What are your blockages? Okay? All right, so remember that we're vibrating on the number 4 today, my loves, which is all about self-discipline. This is also about building solid foundations. And it's important for you to know what your blockages are, what's stopping you, because that way you can go in and you can do the fine-tuning, you can do the healing, you can remove the blockages, okay? Mental blockages, emotional blockages. For some of you, it could be physical blockages. You can remove the things that needs to be removed so you can get to the other side of what you desire to experience, okay? So today we're starting off with my wonderful Aquarius, because it is Aquarius season, and we're going to take a look at what your wisdom is saying for you today. Okay, and we're using the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck today, and Aquarius, your wisdom is coming out as focus is what you need to pay attention to today, okay? So remember, building solid foundation is key today. Discipline and self-control is going to be at the forefront today, so utilize inner wisdom today as you're moving with that discipline, okay? Libras, you guys have discernment today. So you definitely want to discern, okay? Ego versus spirit as you're moving today, all right? Your ego is always going to put you in a place of limited beliefs, limited um, things that you can receive. Okay, your spirit is always going to tell you where abundance lies. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right, Gemini, you guys have resilience popping up today. So if you're encountering any, I want to say, resistance today, please utilize patience today and the discipline that you need of self today. Okay, try not to think um, try not to overthink too much today, Gemini, okay? You may have to push past some things mentally today. Remember, you're building solid foundations, so today may not be the day to feed into other people's insecurities about themselves that they're projecting on you, or you projecting your own insecurities on another today, okay, Gemini? Earth sign, starting off with Taurus, you have balance is your portion today. This is your code word today, balance, okay? And sometimes with balance, my wonderful Taurus, stability and security really comes from a place within. So today, as you're utilizing balance, I really want you to take a look at what you need for your personal balance in your life. It's okay to take care of everybody else, Taurus, but you also need to be mindful about taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, then you're not really going to have it to give to another. So be mindful of that, okay? Virgos, today you have darkness popping up, okay? Now, when this card pops up, that means that there's a lot of things brewing. So this is prime time where you can go within and get information for manifestation. Out of darkness comes light. So I kind of feel if you're having a dark night of the soul today, you feel like you're approaching some type of darkness, please know that there's lots of wisdom in that place, okay? If you can really quiet yourself, there's lessons to be learned within that dark place. This is just a turning point that's happening, that if you are able to open your eyes in the darkness, you can eventually begin to make out the shapes of the shapes of the things in the dark, which means that there's answers hidden in the dark place, my wonderful Virgos, okay? All right. Capricorns, abundance is your code word today, so you guys can move forward operating in abundance. Remember that we're building solid foundations today. Self-control and self-discipline is going to be key as you're utilizing your patience, okay? Today, my wonderful Cancers, you guys should be operating in peace, okay? Peace of mind, okay? And peace of soul is your portion today. Remember, you can't be happy and sad at the same time, my wonderful Cancer, so choose to step out in peace today. You can't fix people. You can't change other people's situation. You can only work on yourself, and then everything else falls into play. Everyone is responsible for working in their own selves, my wonderful Cancers, okay? All right. Pisces, you guys have nourishment today. So I want you guys to take the time to make sure that you're nourishing yourself today. This could be maybe even taking in more water is what I'm hearing for some of you. For some of you, it's really what are you putting into your soul music-wise? What are you putting into your soul for some of you food-wise? What are you putting into your soul for some of you emotionally? Just really pay attention to what you're feeding your soul today, my wonderful Pisces, because you guys are energetic sponges. So whatever energy you are immersing yourself in today is the energy that you can nourish yourself with. So pay attention to what energy you're nourishing yourself with today, my wonderful Pisces. All right, Scorpio, today your code word is self-reflection. All right. And as we're reflecting in self, there's always lessons to be learned as we're reflecting in self. Remember that building solid foundations, control, and discipline is going to be your portion today, my wonderful Sagittarius, okay? Fire signs, we're going to start off with my wonderful Aries. Aries, today you have growth popping up as your wisdom card, okay? So just know today's a day of growth, so utilize your patience as you're interacting with others today, okay? Be mindful about that. Leos, you guys, today, your message for today is creation, all right? So pay attention to what you're creating today, especially what are you creating with your thoughts and what are you creating with your emotions, okay? Remember, we do have energy of people being unable to adapt today, Leos, okay? So just be mindful of what you're creating, okay? That's going to be important today as you're building your solid foundations, okay? All right, Sagittarius, you guys have boundaries popping up today. So boundaries is your wisdom today, all right? You may have to create healthy boundaries as we are creating solid foundations. So if you need need to implement boundaries with the people that you're dealing with, my wonderful Sagittarius, make sure that you do so, okay? So, remember, today we are vibrating on the number 4. It is all about paying attention to your intuition as well as building the solid foundations that you think you need to get to where you need to go. Patience is going to be your portion today, as well as self-control and self-discipline. Self-mastery is in the air today, as well as you being able to utilize your inner wisdom. Lower vibrational end of the things today, just people not being able to adapt, people not being disciplined in their own right, people not utilizing their inner wisdom, lack of control, lack of conviction is in the air, as well as lazy energies in the air today, okay? Now, if you are tuning in via YouTube, make sure that you guys join us, okay? Even if you're tuning in via the podcast, you guys can join us on Friday nights, all right? We go live on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, so I'm super, super duper excited about that. Paid Forward Fridays will be back on the 31st, so you guys can definitely join us then. YouTubers, my wonderful subscribers, make sure you guys check out the description box below for all of the information that you would need, and I will see you guys in your daily vibrations tomorrow. Okay, my love, be kind to yourself, do something kind for yourself, drink plenty of water, my lovelies, and I will see you guys in your vibration tomorrow. Bye. Don't forget, the question today is, what's stopping you? What is blocking you from moving forward and attaining the things that you desire to experience? Simple question. You can get so much information from that simple question, my loves. Bye. Have a wonderful day, guys.